right, so today we're going deep on a Christian Manifesto.
By Francis Schaeffer.
Schaeffer, yeah, big thinker, huge, back in the 70s. I mean, people are still talking about it.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people consider this book kind of like a call to action for Christians.
It is.
To like get involved and shape culture and politics based on their faith.
Right.
So, I mean, where do we even begin with this? This book is packed.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to unpack.
What was Schaeffer even seeing in the world around him? Like, what was going on that made him write this?
Well, so Schaeffer, he was really concerned about this drift away from like traditional Christian values in society.
Okay, so a drift.
Yeah, he was seeing like the rise of secular humanism.
Okay, so secular humanism. I mean, what is that exactly?
Basically, it's a worldview that puts like human values and reason at the center.
Okay.
Often, kind of pushing religious beliefs aside.
Okay.
So yeah, he was really concerned about that.
So how does he view that drift then? Like, how serious of a problem is it for him?
Oh, he saw it as a huge problem.
Oh, really?
He actually says that secular humanism, like when it's taken to its logical extreme, leads to like the destruction of individuals and society as a whole.
Wow. Strong words. So what did he think Christians should do about it then?
Yeah, so he definitely didn't want them to just like retreat and like hide away.
Right.
He was all about engagement. So he wanted Christians to actively be involved in the public square in the world.
Okay, so no hiding.
No hiding.
Got it.
But he had some guidelines, right?
Yeah, what were they?
Well, he saw the Bible as the ultimate authority,
Uh-huh.
And he really believed that its principles should guide Christians in how they approach, law, education, government.
So all aspects of life.
Every single aspect.
Okay. But so how? Like,
Yeah.
how do you actually do that? What was he envisioning?
Yeah, so he was really big on peaceful and legal means,
Yeah.
Like working within the system, no, vigilante justice or anything like that.
Right. Okay, so no hiding, but no breaking the rules either.
Exactly.
Now, there's this phrase that he uses that I always found kind of interesting, and it's taking back dominion.
Right.
What is that all about?
Yeah, so that comes from, a biblical idea of dominion where God gives humanity authority over creation.
Okay.
But Schaeffer felt like Christians had kind of like ceded that authority,
Yeah.
let secular forces kind of take over. So for him, taking back dominion was all about Christians stepping up,
Okay.
reclaiming that influence and shaping culture, bringing it back in line with biblical principles.
So it's almost like a cultural shift. It's not like a literal takeover or anything like that.
No, not at all.
It's more about influence and engagement.
Exactly. It's about engaging thoughtfully
Right.
and strategically.
Okay. So what would that look like? I mean, how do you take back dominion in, say, education?
Right. So think about things like the debates we have about school curriculum.
Yeah.
Or even like the rise of homeschooling, right? So you have some Christian parents who choose to homeschool their kids specifically to instill, a Christian worldview.
Right.
That, for Schaeffer, would be an example of taking back dominion.
Yeah. They're actively shaping education.
Or in it,
Yeah.
they're making a difference.
So Schaeffer's ideas, though, I mean, were they all just, peaceful engagement and working within the system? Or did he have any, like, more controversial stances?
Yeah. So that's the thing about a Christian manifesto. It's
Yeah.
not all, easy to swallow.
Yeah.
He definitely had some ideas that were more on the controversial side,
Okay.
particularly when he talks about things like civil disobedience
Okay.
and even hints at, in some very specific situations, the potential use of force.
Whoa. Okay. Use of force.
It's like a last resort. He's very clear about that.
Yeah.
This would be absolutely the last resort
Right.
in really extreme circumstances, like when all else has failed.
Okay.
But even suggesting it was pretty controversial.
Right.
And understandably so.
Yeah. I mean, where do you draw the line? Right.
That's the question.
But I think regardless of where you stand on those particular issues, Schaeffer definitely makes you think.
Oh, sure.
So here's the question for everyone listening. Schaeffer wrote a Christian Manifesto almost 50 years ago.
A long time ago.
I mean, a lot has changed in the world.
Absolutely.
So how much of what he's saying do you think still applies today?
That's a great question.
And what would taking back dominion even look like in the 21st century?
It's a challenge, right?
It is.
It's something to think about. I think one thing Schaeffer's work does is remind us that faith shouldn't just be a private thing.
Yeah,
It should inform how we interact with the world.
absolutely.
Our beliefs shape our actions.
So true. Well, on that note, I think we'll leave everyone with that to think about.
A lot to ponder.
A Christian Manifesto is definitely a book that will challenge you.
It will.
And whether you agree with everything Schaeffer says or not, he definitely pushes us to think critically about the role of faith in the world today.
Absolutely.
So go check it out.
It's worth the read.
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you next time.
See ya.